Have you ever wondered how ancient Egypt got all that glittering gold for pharaohs' tombs and magnificent temples? I'm talking about Tutankhamun's solid gold death mask, the dazzling jewelry, and the sheer wealth that made Egypt a superpower. Well, the secret isn't buried in Egypt itself, but just south, in a land called Nubia. In fact, the name Nubia comes from the ancient Egyptian word for gold, nub. That's right, Nubia was literally the land of gold. Located in what is now modern Sudan and southern Egypt, this region held some of the richest gold deposits in all of Africa. The pharaohs knew this, and their desire to control this incredible resource was a major reason they constantly pushed their empire southward. So how did they get the gold out of the ground? It was a brutal, back-breaking process. Miners would sift through river sediments to find tiny gold flakes, a method called placer mining. But the real treasure was locked inside veins of quartz rock. To get to it, they used a technique called fire setting. They'd light massive fires against the rock face, heating it to extreme temperatures, then douse it with cold water. The sudden temperature shock would crack the rock, allowing them to break it apart with simple stone hammers. The labor force was made up of enslaved people, prisoners of war, and criminals. The conditions were horrific, and it was essentially a death sentence. Historical accounts describe a life of constant toil in scorching heat, with little food or water. It was a dark side to the gleaming treasure. Once mined, the precious metal was transported north. Heavily armed convoys and boats traveled along the Nile, protected by a series of massive fortresses Egypt built specifically to guard these gold routes. For the Egyptians, gold was far more than just money. It was divine. They believed it was the flesh of the gods, particularly the sun god Ra. Its shimmer and inability to tarnish made it a symbol of eternity, immortality, and royal power. This is why they lavished it on their temples, burial goods, and of course, the pharaohs' coffins, ensuring their eternal life in the afterworld. This immense wealth from Nubia made Egypt the envy of the ancient world. Letters from other kings have been found where they practically begged the pharaoh to send them gold, saying it was as common as dust in Egypt. This gold diplomacy gave Egypt incredible influence. Ultimately, without the endless supply of gold from Nubia, ancient Egypt as we know it simply wouldn't have existed. The grand temples, the powerful armies, and the legendary wealth of the pharaohs were all built on the golden foundations of their southern neighbor. It's a fascinating story of power, belief, and the relentless pursuit of treasure. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more dives into history.